into another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start this show by being transparent. And yesterday was extremely annoying. Best bet for the show won. Wizards got the job done. I know everybody said, don't jump ski, don't do it. Not the Wizards again. But Wizards did get the cash in that one. But 2-2 overall. I played the Wizards, I played the Jazz. Those are the two dogs that I liked. I played the Hornets game under 216.5 as my best bet. And it was on track to hit until it went to overtime. So that was the annoying part. And I did have one more loser I can't even think about right this second. But overtime unders are not fun. So we'll try to get back on track here today. And we have 5 games here to choose from in the association. There is one other game I'd like to talk about. We talked a little NFL yesterday. Maybe mix it up here today, some of the sports. But before we do that, let's take a look at the chat. Oh, before I take a look at the chat, even let's shout out some of you guys here. We had a lot of winners yesterday. So the chat had a damn good day. And on that note, bear with me. Sorry about that. I forgot to. There we go. So chat had a damn good day. Chat went 29 wins, 16 losses. So one of the much better days from the chat. I'll shout out some of the winners. No splits. So Flash, he came in here. He liked Michigan halftime, full time. That was a nice plus money winner. Justin M liked Michigan -5. That was a winner. Cashville Rican went with Jay Will, 20 plus points at plus 145, which was a winner. Ronell went with Shingun under points plus assists, 26.5. That cashed. Avery went with Michigan -5. I got to talk to you on this one, Avery, because I'm stalling you out this time. But nope, we can't be changing best bets. I saw you put your comment after the show in the comment section that you changed from Suns to Clippers, but nobody can put a bet in and then go back and say, never mind, I don't want it no more. So we're gonna keep that same. I'll just say same energy for the show. So if you place it, your best bet on the show, that's your best bet. There's no changing it after the fact. I can't give you guys the best bet for the show and come in after in the comment section and say, no, I don't like that anymore. I like the other side. So we won't let anybody else do that either. But nice cash on Michigan. Siete Catorce with the money line parlay on the Heat and Clippers. Nice winner there. Top set, one of the winners on the Pacers. Dylan, another winner on the Pacers. VC3, he had the Pacers plus, also Pacers money line. So guys cleaned up on that Pacers game. Brian H had OKC first quarter -4. That was a winner. Sean Murphy went with the Bulls -6, which was a winner. Michael B had the Jazz plus 8.5 and the Michigan game under 56.5. Both winners. Let's see a couple more here. We do have Munoz cleaned up with the Pacers team total over 122. Resisting Tall went with the first half under in that championship game, 28.5, and that cash. Dream came in yesterday and dropped some bangers. So I'm not a big fan of this style, but it was a winner for this first bet. He had 2 bets. The second one I'm a big fan of. He put, I guess, a same game parlay together. OKC first half money line, full game money line, and Michigan money line came out to plus 102, which won. You could have, that one. And then he also came and dropped Chris Dunn to record a block, which was plus 285. And he had 2 of them. So that was definitely a nice winner there from Dream. 2 nice winners. Tone Miggins went with SGA over 1.5 3-pointers, which cashed. And then Superman Super, one of the 2 guys on Middleton, over 19.5 points. It's just the other guy had a split. So nice work from the chat yesterday. Let's keep rolling that into today. And before we get into today's games, let's take a look at the comment section. Boofer says, Wizards avoid the ski profit hell no list for one more day. Hey, man, I told you, if you're not playing defense, how can I trust you to cover double digits? Wizards got the cash. Prolific asking about Houston first half spread. I haven't really been following or riding that first half anymore just because I haven't really been able to pay attention. But, it's the first half of pass with Houston in general. I'm sorry, excuse me. In general, for me, I see the line is going down from 4 to 2.5, but I don't have any reason to talk you one way or the other. So sorry, I can't help you out there. Dave, Dave Mace, and how about those Wolverines? He didn't think they had it in it, but they did win. Munaf, he set the line at 3.5 minutes. The undercast, right? Where my underbetters at, man? Underbetters make some noise. Let's see, David. It's okay. We'll bounce back here. What up, Justin? And look, here comes everybody betting the over. Over easy, huh? Over. And Rynell doesn't even like to bet overs. No faith in the under. Bryce says, maybe it really is New Year, new ski. I told y'all while I was late, man, the other times. Y'all don't want to believe me, but it's all right. It's all right. Said he nailed the line. What up, my boy, Ix Snizzle? Appreciate you tuning in. Real winners. Saturated. Surprised to see me in here on time. Liv Picks giving me a shout out for the Wizards. Appreciate that. Man, look, Bryce Miller said that under looked so good too. Live line got down to 197. Bro, I was smiling, thinking what I'm about to go do tonight at halftime, and then I didn't want to do anything at the end of the night when the game ended and went to overtime. That was tough beat, man. Tough beat for that one. JB Brown, nice work. Real DJ reminded everybody to hit the like button. Boofer says OT unders aren't as bad as OT double digit spread losers. Is that what happened yesterday? But in general, I can understand. And also, OT unders aren't as bad as double OT unders losing. So I guess there is some things worse than an OT under. Miami first half was close. Yes, it was. Ben James, nice work. Said he had a great day in the NFL. Tomorrow said, sorry for doubting you in the almighty wizard ski. I'm not gonna go that far, but happy to get a cash. Let's see if we can get a couple more. Radmatic looking for RC. There he is. Says he's been missing in action. What up, RC? RC did like the Clippers yesterday. Hopefully you did bet them and cashed because they blew them out. I should have got to the window with the Clippers too. What up, Markel? And let's get to it. Munaf says he got hooked on the Hornet spread in overtime. Markel says, damn, Ski don't rock with me on the P5. I be trying to invite you and I PS message you. I'm assuming your name is not Markel on the PlayStation, but it starts with the M on the PlayStation, right? I do see when you invite me, but I've been either in a game or in a party that's already full, or like the last time you invited me, I was just doing something personal, like working on a new player or something. But I definitely will hoop with you. We could hoop today. I'll get on there. I just made some new players, so I'll hoop with you today. Oh, Nasty Germ. See, how am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know Markel is Nasty Germ? You need to send me like a friend request with your real name on there or something, so I know. Now I know. Now I could hoop with you on there. But let's get to it. And Boofer sharing some information. Says for Houston first half covers, if you lose the first half, you might be able to catch them with a live bet, since I think they usually cover the spread in those games. Nice call there. And UCover says, yes, sir, 5% Clippers was easy. And UCover says, we know Ski won't hoop in real life though. Hey man, it's a lot of people who will tell you otherwise. Anybody who knows me all my life will tell you otherwise. RC only knows Ski after the strip club in the gym, still drunk hooping. But it's all right. It's all right. All right, we'll get to it. We will get to it. Um, yeah, my game high in a game, RC, is 38 points. So hey, quit playing, man. When I actually quit playing. So I want to talk about this before we get to NBA, because I haven't really been into the party guy stuff, but I mean it hasn't been active a whole lot. It has been kind of choppy this season. It lost 2 times in a row, and if it loses this third time in a row, then I probably will have to let it go. But I'll pull it up for you guys who are new. The party guy trend or system or however you like to call it. So let's see, which one of these here can I get rid of? We'll go right here. So the thought of the thought process here is we're looking at teams who just recently played in Vegas and returned home. And the thought process is these athletes are human, just like everybody else. They come to Vegas. They like to have a good time. After the game, they go out and party, do a lot of that fun stuff. When they return home, they don't want to play a whole lot of defense. So I did see it's active here today. Let's pull it up. I'll try to screen share. I won't try. I will screen share. Let's get it up there. So should have it here. Should show you that it is active here, and active again next Tuesday, it looks like. But Islanders and Canucks over. And you see, this goes back to the 2021 season. So it's been going for a few years. It's been really damn good. But right now, it's kind of choppy. You see these unders kind of getting sprinkled in here. So if it loses again this time, like I said, we will probably hop off of this trend. And it's also even better if they win. So let's see if, because I don't remember. Did they win that last game? They did not. But some more things to like about this one. These are two teams who are really good to the over so far this season, a combined 47 and 28. If you look at the Canucks on a back to back, if you're worried about that, they're still 5-0 to the over in that situation. And then it was one more thing here. We're looking at both goaltenders. Sorokin, when he starts, the over is 16-9-1. And even when Casey D. Smith starts, 6-3-2 to the over. So I think this is a situation where we can play it again. Like I said, if it falls off, we'll probably not be on this one the next time. But I've been riding it for years. It's been profitable. We'll back it again here today. Let's take a look at the comments before we keep going. Let's see. Let's see. I forgot what I even said, but I must have said something funny here. And no, wait, there we go. Oh, okay. It must have been the basketball stuff. Yeah, the basketball stuff. It's all good. um, let's see. Top said likes Canucks team total under. I'm not. He says as well. I don't like an under. I like over. I like over in this game, not under. Ben James says locked in on this last night. Series history heavy on this. Total has gone over 12 of Vancouver's last 13 games against the Islanders. Appreciate that, Ben. Some more information to help us right there. Also gone over 11 of the last 13 in division. Good stuff. No JT, just starting with NHL, but we're about to move over right now. What up, Dabby Cap? Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure y'all check out my boy. He does a lot of great work as well. Okay. He says, you're confusing me, Top said. He says, I'm on the other side here. Then he says, I don't like this under. So I'm not sure what you like. You said you like the team total under, but you don't like the under. And you're not on the other side. I'm confused. So we'll be on the over 6.5 in this game. Now, let's move over to the association. And we will go in rotation order like we always do. Let's get it up here on the odds screen as well. Move over from hockey. So, first game up, we have 539, 540. We're looking at the Kings heading into Detroit to take on the Pistons. This game opened Kings minus 10.5. They're an 11-point favorite. Total open 242.5. We're looking at 240, so it's coming down here. Injury report, and I do need to refresh this. For the Kings, I see Trey Lyles game time decision. For Detroit, they'll be without Cade, Isaiah Stewart, and Monte Morris. Both teams are on the front end of a back-to-back here. This is probably my least favorite game of the day. But what I'll say here is Detroit has been playing, I want to say desperate. They've been playing better. They've been covering numbers. Ever since they got to that point of making history, they've covered 5 of their last 7. They've been the better offense than Sacramento last 5 games, and I don't think I trust this Sacramento team to lay double digits, especially on the front end of a back to back. We've already had our experiences with this Kings team. You guys should know why I don't trust them, but I I just I don't love it. Like I said, this will be the game I like the least, but no way in hell am I laying with the Kings. It will be the Pistons plus or pass, and I personally will pass. So feel a lot stronger on the rest of the games, but looks like you guys agree with me. Jim Turner says he doesn't trust the Kings. Brian H going with the team total under 108. Wham Bam reminding everybody to hit the like button. Appreciate you, Wham. And I will be live with Wham, Dutch, and Babano later on today, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tops that says Pistons spot, but who wants that? I mean, they've been making money. I don't want them either, though. JT also says Pistons are nothing. Ixnizzle's in agreement on that. Jamrock Kick says can't take an under against the Kings. Yeah, I've been going under a little bit more lately. Boofer, though, he likes over 240. Munaf hasn't learned his lesson. He's going Kings team total over 126.5. And Itachi says, can only lean over. Can't trust either side to cover. So on that note, we'll move over to some games we feel a little stronger about here. And next game up, we have 541, 542. Looking at the Timberwolves heading into Orlando. Opened up Wolves -4. We now see 5 as the consensus. Injury report, Clark out for the Wolves. Wendell Carter Jr., Gary Harris, Joe Ingles, Jonathan Isaac, Schofield, and Wagner out for this Magic team. So a lot of people on the injury report for the Magic. And this line is still fairly short here. This game is funny because I'm laughing because I heard Steve Merrill talk about it on Wager Talk today, and I decided to talk about it after him just because I felt a little bit different. But he thinks that Orlando will be the public dog today, and we shall see. Like I said, you guys know how I bet. So what I think about this game, you have a Minnesota team who has not been playing great basketball lately. They've covered 1 of their last 7 games. They've had to travel every game so far in 2024, and they're on the front end of it back to back. They play Minnesota tomorrow. They're going up against Orlando, who, I mean, they're both equally rested. Orlando has been playing a couple overtime games lately, so a lot of extra minutes in their games. But Orlando has been playing good lately. They've covered 5 out of their last 6 games. They've been a better offense and rebounding team last 5 games. Orlando's been really strong at home, especially as a home dog where they are 6-1. And they've been good versus competition. 11-6 ATS versus greater than 55% win teams. Something that stands out to me here is, like I said, Minnesota on the front end of a back-to-back already not playing well. I think that the Magic, I think Minnesota has to save energy for the Celtics tomorrow. At some point in this game, they're going to have to manage these minutes. They can't kill everybody tonight. Whereas Orlando, they can go all out, max energy, max effort. They don't play again until Friday. So I think you get a full 48 minutes of energy and effort from the home team. I don't think you get it from the road team. Home team has been playing better. Road team has had to travel every single game so far this season. 1+1 = 2. Then Magic should be the right side in this game. So Magic +5, 5.5 is the best number I see right now at a couple of books. That's the direction I would choose to go. Let's take a look at the chat. Top Set likes the Magic specifically in the first quarter. Ixnizzle also liking the Magic. Torres Smith going with Minnesota -5. Matt Myers also liking the Wolves. He says they win tonight, then lose to the Celtics tomorrow. So thinking they want to get a win here because it might not be one tomorrow. I can understand that. JT says his numbers say the Magic should be favored at home. Can't get over the injuries though. What up, Terry? Vinny Vega says this game is trappy. JB Brown leaning towards the Wolves, but took the team total instead. Says Magic giving up 120 points the last 5 games. Yeah, I still trust Magic defense, but maybe hasn't been as strong lately. Raven Ron going with the Magic +5. Boofer says they trying to get money on Minnesota with this short line. He likes the Magic full game. Unoff wants to chop it in half, get in and get out with the first half. Wham Bam says Paolo's going to take us home. Points, rebounds, and assists over 42 and a half. Travis Johns likes the Wolves first half. Says all these injuries for Orlando are a problem. Wolves were due to regress a little after the hot start, but I think they turned things around here after dropping 3 of the last 4. Jim Turner says Orlando doesn't have the firepower. I mean, how many times do we see a lot of, starters get rolled out and the backups come in and play with that energy and effort and cover the game? We see it plenty of times in association. Too many games in the season. Everybody doesn't care about every single game. But the people getting an opportunity that they haven't gotten, they're going to care. So that's what I think. A lot of people thinking this way. Everybody, it seems like this is the consensus public thought. Maybe T Wolves win today since they have no chance against Boston. Same thing from Brian here, asking the same thing. I disagree. What up, Razor? Says shout out to everyone. Maybe Razor can let us know who he's liking in this game. He's not going to like the public. If Magic are the public side, he will not like the Magic. I'm curious who Razor likes here. Markel says stay off. Dylan likes the first half Wolves. Top set thinking it's a first half Magic, full game Wolves. Tomorrow's reminding us that Wolves already beat the Celtics. Are they going to care about beating them again tomorrow? Interesting point. Interesting point. Jim Turner says they're going after this game. Nathan also says he likes the Wolves. So it's either a lot of different opinions. Ixnizzle thinks the other way. He thinks they're looking ahead to tomorrow. He's going to take the Magic. Trey Lyles now available to play for Sacramento. Appreciate you shouting that out. Real DJ likes the Magic first quarter. Dan likes the Magic first half. Boofer thinks it's a little bit of a backdoor cover this time for the Magic. Joshua says, I'm rolling with J Money, Wolves -5. Hey, J Money, maybe it's a revenge spot he's looking at there. But I don't like it. I don't like it. Topset says Magic +5 is a trap. Hey, Topset is another one of our contrarian bettors I'm noticing in here. He's not going to like anything where he feels like the public is on it. Because yesterday he said the Jazz felt too easy. The Jazz won, didn't they? Outright. Didn't need no points. Not picking on you, Topset. I'm just saying, can't always just look at that. Can't always just look at that. My opinion. Or at least I don't. Tim H likes the Wolves first half. Mitch says hit the like people. I would greatly appreciate it if you do. It helps the show out quite a bit. JK says don't be stingy. Give a like. They're free. What up, Chris? Oh, so Razor disagrees. Says everyone is betting Minnesota. That's kind of how I felt. I didn't think Orlando was the public dog. Is Orlando or pass for me? Still digging into this one. Waiting for Vegas to show their hand to see if they move it to 4.5 or move to 6. So Razor still looking at some stuff for this one, but says everyone is on Minnesota. And that's how I feel. Let's see. B. Simon says something about Gobert matchup tomorrow. Makes me think he plays a ton tonight. Good rebound matchup, likes him over 11.5. Good stuff. Chris says this is a good game to go back and read the post-game quotes for. I'm not sure Who are you talking about? You didn't finish the thought there. Um, let's see. Chris says, look at the home dog and previous overtime greater than 0. So home dogs off of overtime. All right, let's pull it up. Let's see, Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris. Home dogs off an overtime game. Simple, very simple query. Home dogs and previous overtime greater than 0. I mean, 46.1% ATS. It's a lot of games here. Was there something I missed? Home dog and previous overtime greater than 0. Yeah, it's a lot of games here. I mean, I'll put it up, but it's no significant edge. Maybe I shouldn't put it up, but not sure what we were looking at there, Chris. I'll put it up since you asked. Maybe you just wanted to see it. How about that? So there you go. No significant edge. 32.6% straight up winners, 46.1% ATS. No significant edge there. Let's see. Anything else here? Razor says he likes the yellow and green window in there. Go Pack, go. He likes the new house. Appreciate that. We'll see if y'all can get it done. Cowboys at home are pretty tough. David Katz reminding everybody to hit the like button. It says only 80 likes, 230 people watching. And Chris says it's a great perimeter to start with, but look at the average line and margin. What up, Nucky? Appreciate you on that one. And Dale Toledo says we appreciate the time you put in for us, Ski. Thank you. Thank you for that comment. So Chris says, go back here. It's a great perimeter to start with, but look at the average line and margin. All right, let's dig into this a little bit here. So let me go back. There we go. Let me put it back on the screen and let's do a little digging here. How about that? Because I have something that I'd like to talk about with this query. So it says look at the margin. They only win by 4.43 points per game. And the average line is 4.5. So it's pretty, I mean, they're playing close games, home dogs off overtime. Not as much as a disadvantage as you might think. I guess that's what we're thinking here. So I'm gonna put in something here. Let's see if I can go like this. Maybe I gotta do it backwards. Previous overtime. Here it is, because I did glance at this morning. So how about this, Chris? And so they played 2 overtimes out of their last 3 games. And they're a home dog. But let's also look at their opponent is on the front end of a back-to-back. Not as bad of a, I mean, my first thought when I thought about this game was Magic just played 2 overtime games out of their last 3. Like, I don't really want to be batting the Magic today. And I look a little bit more like, wait a minute, the Magic been playing good. Timberwolves not playing that good. Timberwolves keep having to travel. Timberwolves front of a back-to-back. And this is what I get to. Those overtime games are not that much of a, how do I say? It's not that much of a red flag. It's not that big of a deal. However you want to say, it's showing you right here. It's much more of a big deal that the Timberwolves play tomorrow than the Magic have been playing overtime games. 9-2 ATS, 7-4 straight up, and that goes all the way back to 2002. So there we go. We expand on that, and let me see. Chris was giving me some more stuff here. Let me just look before I try to keep moving. Tachi said, "As since 2017 in non-conference." Sorry, I can't screen share and see these comments, so I'm not sure exactly where we put this in at. And Chris is telling me to add something there to add. Opponent has a better win percentage. Also adding that Minnesota is 81 straight up off a loss this season. Sounds like Chris is liking the Wolves here. I do want to get back to this. Add since 2017 and non-conference. So let me just pull it up one more time. We're doing it the UCapper way on this chat. It looks like, or we all cap it out together. So let me just get back here. So he said, let me back up. So we'll take this off. I think he was saying to Chris's query. Let me go back to Chris's query. Home dog and previous overtime greater than 0. He said go back to 2017 and season greater than or equal to 2017. And I think he said conference. Did he say conference? Let's see. Non-conference. Okay. And not conference. So those home dogs have not been successful. So you can find something to back either way, I guess, whichever way you choose. But so home dogs off an overtime game out of conference have not fared well. Let's just expand here and say opponent next rest equals 0. Still not good. So I mean, it's queries to back up either way. The over is pretty good in this query, but this one does not back up the Magic. So it's always going to be something to support whichever way you like. I can understand. I can understand why people like both sides. I can understand why it's a game where we're having a lot of back and forth. Razor says Minnie has every book minus 5.5 now. Sounds like that's what sounds like he thinks Minnesota is the right side because they're moving it to Minnesota. Casey says Magic are undervalued. Boofer says screen share the next game. UCapper says I miss Let's Cap. Yes, you started back up, man. It's a great show. It's a great show. You should absolutely keep it going. He thinks it's a letdown spot. We shall see. We shall see. But one thing I do know is, and it doesn't always translate to a winner because we saw yesterday, it looked really easy to take the Jazz, right? It looks really easy to take the Wolves here in this game. It really does. It's surprising to me that I hear a lot of these contrarian cappers liking the Minnesota side today. But we shall see how it shakes out. I think we spent enough time on this game. As Boofer said, let's screen share the next game. And Itachi says, there's always going to be a trend to support any side. At the end of the day, it's always up to you. You, Capper, trying to share another query, I think, here, telling me to check on Twitter. Let me see if I can pull this up on this. Because if I can't, it's hard on my computer. If I can't pull it up on my computer, then it's hard to type in. There we go. I got something. So I just had to click it. There we go. And I'll screen share it. Mr. RC's query, and then we'll move on. So going back to 2012, home dogs off an overtime game. Their opponent is not on an overtime game. Their opponent is on the front end of a back-to-back. And the opponent who the opponent is playing next is above 500 and it's out of conference. So says fade the Magic, 18-6 spot on the Timberwolves. That is from Mr. RC. And I'm fine. I'll be on my island. This is, let's see. Razor said if Orlando is so good at home, why are they getting so many points? That's my thing. I can't get to back Orlando because they're unhealthy, Razor. Go look at the injury report and you should understand. There's a lot of people on there. A lot of people on there. Tachi, I cannot copy and paste. It's gonna take me too long to type it in. And I think we did a pretty good job on this one. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna back the T-Wolves. So if you guys like, you can do this one. Sorry, I can't type it in as well, but I disagree with a lot of people in the chat. It is what it is. It's okay. That's why we do the show. That's why we have a market, and some people will be happy, some people will not. Very, very simple. Next game, we'll go 543, 544, Portland and New York. This game opened up New York minus 11 and a half. They're now a 12-point favorite. Total open 228, and it's up to 229. Um, Injury report. I don't see anybody on there for the Knicks. For the Blazers, looks like Moses Brown is out. Aiton is doubtful. Jabari Walker and Matisse Thybulle, both game time decision here. So you do have Portland off an overtime game. Um, Overtime win. They got the job done in overtime versus the Nets. So this one is a little bit. I was kind of a little bit conflicted here when I was thinking about it at first because in general, my thought process is when I have bad teams who are coming off of a win, um, I want to try to find reasons to back them because that kind of tells me that they're starting to play a little bit better basketball or potentially playing a little bit better basketball. This situation, Portland started off this road trip pretty poor. I think they lost a few road games in a row, and then they got a road win in their last one. And I'm thinking that they, try to end their home games on in their road trip strong. That's kind of the way that I'm thinking for Portland. But at the same time, this Knicks team has just been dominant as long as they're not playing elite teams. I think they're 16 5 and 1 ATS versus less than 55% win teams. It is, however, by about a 12-point margin. So they haven't always been, 11 and a half, 12-point favorites. They have covered 4 of their last 5 games. They're pretty energized since the trade. They have the rest advantage here, 2 days to 1. It's just, I don't know. I'm conflicted. You hear how I broke it down. So I thought the better way to go in this game was the team total for the Blazers. And I'm going to preference this by saying, RC is Mr. Team Total. He has a lot of success with those. I feel like team totals haven't been great for me this year, but I still like what I like in this game. And we'll see. If they continue to not be great, then maybe I won't do them anymore. But Portland team total under. And the reason I like this is, let me just double check. I believe the Knicks, since the trade deadline, or not trade deadline, since they made that trade, rather, are the number one defense. So let me just verify. Knicks, number one defensive rated team so far in January, which is since they made that trade. And you're going up against a Portland team who is the second worst offensive rated team in the last 5 games. You're missing, you do have some guys in there, Simons, Jeremy Grant, but I just don't trust Portland. They've hit 108 points, looks like one out of one game so far this month. And the Knicks have held every single opponent under this 107 and a half. I think they're allowing closer to like 101 so far since they made that trade. Knicks have also gone under with 5 of their last 6. I trust the Knicks defense. Don't trust Portland's offense. And I think Portland struggles to score. So I went team total under 107 and a half for the Blazers. Let's see what you guys think about this game. Cons Clip says, add to the query teams that had a meal greater than $50. He says we're doing we're putting a little bit too much into these queries, just adding. Maybe that's what he's saying there. Brian H likes the Knicks to smash first half and full game, says they beat up on bad teams. I agree. Brad Maddox says, is it me or the Blazers better without Aiden? I'm not a big Aiden fan. Let me stop because I'll just start saying some crazy stuff, but I don't like Aiden. I do not like him at all. So I would say probably yes. Toledo says bad spot for the Knicks. Boofer says Knicks by 12 though. Ixnizzle kind of feeling the same way. Says he wants to get a live wager. Have a better line, I'm assuming. JT says Knicks 2-0 and laying -10 to -13. Damani says Knicks will win, but OKC didn't cover the same number yesterday. I know different teams, just similar situation. Different situation. Thunder were playing absolutely no defense lately. Knicks have been playing the best defense lately. A little bit different. JB Brown like the Knicks first half in this game. Big CJ. Is that my boy right there? What up, CJ? He says Knicks money line easy. Hey, I mean, you gotta. What is the price here? And I know my boy here because this is somebody that I actually know from growing up. I don't think he. Let me just say like this. I think he's a new better. I think he's a new better. But Knicks money line, it's hard to get paid better than that. You got to bet $7 to win one. So you bet $700 on Knicks money line. If they win, you get back $100. Just don't think that's a great investment. I know you're probably putting a parlay together, but stick around. You'll learn a hell of a lot in this chat. And good luck today on your wagers, my boy CJ. Let's see. Let's keep going through some of these. Man, he likes team total under for this game, and he likes the Knicks first half full game. Let's see. Saturated sharing those last four opponent totals for the Knicks. Nobody over 107.5. Teams barely making it over 100. Let's see. Tomorrow thinks this is a letdown spot. Keep going here. Chris says Knicks #1 defensive rated team, and teams are 4-0 to the under on their team total since the trade. Portland is also off of overtime. Good point. Overtime, they should run out of gas in this one. Said can't talk you off at all. Guys like the Knicks here. This is a good point. Says don't forget, look ahead for Brunson tomorrow. Versus the Mavs. I didn't even see that there. Good call there. Yeah, guys not fans of Aiden either. They're saying he's soft. He's soft. He's the finger roll boy, the layup master, as one is saying here. J Cash says, man, talk about college hoops. It won't be a whole lot of college hoops talk right here until March. So I think we can keep it going here. A couple more comments. Nick Nucky says, don't think Knicks take this game serious. They got Dallas next game. Think they want that game more than this one, in his opinion. And I can understand that. Michael says under sounds like a good play. And Munaf reminding us that that's on Thursday for Brunson. It's not tomorrow. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Let's keep moving. Next game up will be 5:45, 5:46. Memphis and Dallas. Opened up Dallas -4.5. We now see them as an 8-point favorite. So big move here. And I'm pretty sure we all know why. Total open 236.5, down as low as 234.5. For the Grizzlies, no John Morant, out for the season, right? So now missing Morant and Steven Adams out for the season. They're still going to be without Derrick Rose and Brandon Clark. Aldama is doubtful, and Jaren Jackson Jr. is game time decision here. For the Mavericks, Luka game time, but he's probable, actually very likely to play. Grant Williams also likely to play. They'll be without Dante Exum, Maxi Kleba, and Derek Lively. So, I mean, I feel two different ways. The first one I have to mention is, the first game after you're missing your star player, I feel like, the team kind of rallies and covers the game. They play a hard game. But is it the same when your star player just got out for the season? At that point, are you just deflated? Like, that's kind of how I think Memphis might be in this game. You were completely trashed to start the season. Morant comes back. He starts to look like he can save the season. You guys start to win games, and now he's gone. I feel like that's just like deflated. Memphis already has been playing bad basketball. They've only covered 2 of their last 7 games. 5-10 ATS versus competition. Competition being greater than 55% win teams. Dallas has been playing good basketball lately. Gotten a lot healthier, right? They got Kyrie back in there too. They've covered 5 of their last 6 games versus lesser competition, which is less than 45% win teams. They've covered 11 out of 17. They've been the better defense. They've been the better offense. They just need to compete on the boards. I could only look towards Dallas in this game. I think obviously the line is moving in the right direction. Do I want to go and get the ass into the line with Memphis? No, because it's just not good practice to go and bet after bet the side after the line has already moved 3.5 points. But it's the only way I can look. I'm not wanting to get involved with Memphis in this matchup. Dallas are past, and looking a little closer, both teams have been playing with a little bit of pace. I do think Memphis slows down without Morant, though. Both teams top 10 defensive rated teams. I mean, you're missing pace, you're missing points with Morant, missing a playmaker. I mean, that was the problem. It wasn't a whole lot of guys who could get other guys open and get other guys shot from Memphis. They've gone under 8 of the last 11 meetings between these teams. Either the under or the Mavericks for me. And not sure that I'll get to the window with either in this game. But let's take a look at what you guys like here. The real DJ likes Luca over 43.5 points plus assists. Boofer taking a little shots at all these minus 400 money line best bets. Let's see. Yeah, I know. I wasn't saying it's Kyrie's first game back. I'm just saying he's back. Jay Santos asking me to search something here. Teams greater than 500 versus teams less than 500 on the front end of a back-to-back. The way this is written out is confusing me. So I'm sorry, but I just don't want to hold up the show trying to put it together. It might be my fault, but when I'm reading that, I'm getting confused. Dylan says Mavs trifecta. Brian likes the Mavs first half full game. Torres likes Mavs -8. What up, Damien? Appreciate you tuning in. Felipe agrees they should be deflated. Saturated think they're going to get killed today. Brian likes Grizzlies team total under. Munaf going with Marcus Smart over 2.5 threes. And Bane Points says somebody has to step out without Morant out there. JT says the Mavs have covered 5 straight home games in the first half. Grizzlies 1-4, their last 5 on the road. Good stuff there. Matt Porter played the Mavs trifecta. Says they beat up on bad teams. And without Ja, Grizzlies are absolutely a bad team. Nice work, Michael. Rob Vino line. Michael says he made 1,300 last night with those bets. Says, bless the chat. Let's have a great night. Nice work, brother. Keep it going. Keep it going. Chris asking which one I like more, the Mavs or the under. At this point, I can't bet the Mavericks after his move 3.5, 4 points. So I would say the under, Chris. I would say the under. All right. Let's move over to the last game on the slate, and that will be 5:47, 5:48. The Raptors heading into LA to take on the Lakers. Opened up Lakers -5. They're now a 4.5 point favorite as a consensus. Total open 230.5, and it looks like it's up as high as 236.5. For the injury report, I will hit refresh one more time just because you know how these injury reports go. For Toronto, Otto Porter is game time. Koloko is out, and Jakob Pertl is out. And by the way, Otto Porter is doubtful. Probably not going to see him tonight. For the Lakers, they're still without Gabe Vincent. Rui is doubtful. LeBron and Anthony Davis, per usual, both game time decision. This Raptors team is on the front end of a back to back. They play the Clippers again tomorrow. They don't have to travel for that one um, because the Clippers play in the same arena as the Lakers. So I'll start off with the total because I may not stop talking about the side, especially with you guys egging me on. You guys know how you like to do in these Laker games. So boom, 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 boom. It's a couple different things that I like here. And I have to start talking about it from the Raptors perspective first. Raptors made a trade just like that Knicks team that we talked about earlier, and a lot less defense without OG, a lot more pace, a lot more offense is what I'm seeing for this Raptors team. Um, they've gone over, I think, every game except for one since. One of them missed by 1 point. I think it was versus the Grizzlies. And I want to say that game might have been even without John Morant. But they're just playing so much faster. They've gone over 5 of their last 6 games. Let's look at some numbers. When the Raptors had OG this season, they're playing at a pace of 98.03. Without him, it increased to 99.19. And then the last, 4 games since they made this trade, the pace is even faster, 101.23. So it backs up the way I'm thinking this Raptors team is going to play. It's going to be up tempo, up tempo, up tempo. And also, by the way, both teams pretty poor defending the three. Also, more than that, I think the Raptors are going to be poor defending the paint tonight. I mean, Coloco's been out for a while. But missing Jakob Poeltl here tonight. I mean, how many guys do you have left for paint defense? Anthony Davis should be able to eat. LeBron should be able to get in there. I see the Lakers having a lot of success offensively. And this is a Lakers team who's been struggling with the offense lately. But they had 2 defense-heavy guys in the starting lineup. They took one of them out. And Vando, the one who's left in there, they started or with Vando's on the court, they started figuring out how to play when he's being disrespected. Like guys are not even out there guarding him. They're having him flash to the middle of the floor. They'll feed it to him and have him make the right play from there. And that seemed like that was working a little bit. I like what I was seeing from them in that aspect. Lakers have gone over 10 of their last 14 games, although they trend towards the under at home. I think there's a lot of points to be had in this game. I think it starts early. I think it continues often, and could only look towards the over in this matchup. From a side perspective, Lakers seems like it takes them to lose a few games in a row for them to actually start to try and play with some pride. But got off the snide after a 4 game losing streak. Now playing the Raptors on the front end of the back to back. Can they continue? Because the Raptors have been playing good basketball too. I'm at the point where I'm not interested. I have absolute look. I got my jersey on. I mean, not my jersey, but my hoodie on. Y'all know I know I'm a fan. I'm not interested. No way do I want to bet the Lakers when they're laying points. I just don't want to do it until they start to show me some kind of consistency. Uh, you know, how can I trust them with my hard-earned money? How can I tell you guys to go bet the Lakers? I just don't think it's a good bet. I just don't. When teams make a trade, it's a boost behind that team. How long it will last, we shall see. But we've seen the Knicks on fire since they made the trade. We've seen the Raptors on fire. I'm not sure that it stops here tonight. So I would only look towards the Raptors, only look towards the over. No way. No way am I backing the Lakers here tonight. Let's see what you guys like in the chat. Got to scroll up a little bit. I must have been talking too much. Saturated likes Barnes under 14.5 rebounds plus assists. Del Toledo likes Raptors plus 5. Says Quickly is going to kill the Lakers tonight. Saturated also likes over 17.5 points for Quickly. Brian, he disagrees with me. He likes those Lakers minus 4.5, and he likes the over. Says seems like a must win here in LA for my Lakers. I mean, I get it. I get it, but not for my money. I'm sorry, brother. I wish you luck. I hope they win for you. Hope they win for me as a fan. I'm just saying, my money's not gonna be on there. Dylan says lean Lakers, but they're on my hell no list. JB Brown's like in the under 236 says should be a scrappy game. Wham Bam knows I'm not lying, man. Let's see. I think Itachi helped my guy out there that was asking the question. Lit Picks likes Barnes over 8.5 rebounds. Says he's hit this every game, or he's hit this the last 4 games versus the Lakers. Nikki reminded us that Barrett is home, and that's why he's balling out over there. Dylan thinks maybe Anthony Davis props. After saying take a look at the head-to-head matchups. I mean, 5 of the last 6 have gone over. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Maybe the Raptors have been winning. Ben James says Lakers too inconsistent for me. He likes the Raptors plus 5.5. And here goes Ben James sharing recent history: 7-3 straight up, and ATS their last 10 games against the Lakers. So team Raptors have had success against. Let's see. KC Green AD should eat. Flikes quickly on his threes. Devani says Chris Boucher gonna get baptized by AD. I could absolutely see it. Nucky says Dennis revenge game. I don't think so. I don't think so. This question makes me laugh. I don't know how to say the name, so I'll just say JK is asking. He says, finally making it live. Ski, what in the hell is the if you know you know angle? I'll explain it because this is a person who doesn't always make the live show, and he clearly hears me say this and wants to know what I'm talking about when I mention. So that is when two teams, I mean, pretty much you can look at it both ways, over and under, but it started with the under angle. We're looking at these situations where two teams play in a short time frame. And I say that, I mean within a week. And the first game went under, for example, and the odds makers adjust the total down. So they're expecting this next game to be even lower scoring. That's the odds makers telling us which direction they think the game should go. So when I say if you know angle, it's one or two ways. It's either they played recently and the odds makers have adjusted it down after an under game, or they played recently, it's gone over, and the odds makers have adjusted it up. We pay attention to what the odds makers are doing because they're telling us a little something. So that's what it is. Hopefully, hopefully I explained it correctly. Let's see. Boofer says Lakers get to showboat in the second half, likes a -1.5. Jeff S likes LeBron over 7.5 assists. Okay, watch this. Says Lakers trifecta, Hansky. Absolutely not. Wham Bam says, I don't like the Lakers here either. Casey says, trash. My boy CJ, he knows. He said, I wouldn't bet a dime on the Lakers. Absolutely no way. We got to lay points? No. Hell no. Negative. Nucky. Robert Franklin going as far to say Raptors are going to win the game outright. Ben James says must win don't always mean they will win. And Casey says it's been a must win for how long? So can't get there. I'll look at a couple more comments before we get to the best bet segment. Nucky says Raptors team total over, whatever the number is. I like points. I like the over. Here comes CJ again, says LeBron and Cancer. We are stuck in purgatory until further notice. Hey, I'm not a LeBron fan either, man. The only thing I give him credit for is coming over to LA when nobody else wanted to. And he did deliver us a championship. So can't go too hard on LeBron, but not a LeBron fan either. UCapper says Raptors fourth on the West Coast, plus first leg of back-to-back and Kawhi on deck. I mean, fourth on the West Coast, it just means what, 4 road games in a row. What is the fascination with the West Coast thing? Like I always hear people say like I mean, if you're traveling from one part to the other on the other side and you play tomorrow, I get that. But just saying that they've been on the West Coast, like what is that supposed to mean? Teams are not gonna perform when they stay on the road for a little bit. I just I either I disagree or I don't understand with the thought process behind that. He says also no Perdo. Sounds like he's liking the Lakers to score. So is Corey. Mm, BJ says Magic plus points a bad bet in my opinion. They make it more appealing. Should have some concern with even with the injuries. Thinks T Wolves bounce back. Um, I disagree, and that's a game we've already talked about. Dexter says, what up to the Prophet family? Like button smashed. Appreciate you. And I think we did a good enough job here. Not true, Nucky. Not true. Hey, my record is good on the Lakers. When I got best bets on the Lakers last season, made money, man. They tried to hit me with this earlier this season and made some people look like fools on the other show that we do on 1 p.m. All right, it's about that time. We've done well. Let me read the comment. Maybe they're answering my question. East to west, sleepy spot for the East Coast team. Yeah, if you traveling from New York to LA and you playing, but if you, I'm saying like saying you've been on the West Coast for 4 straight games. What is that supposed to mean? That's what I'm asking. Not just traveling from East to West. What does it mean that a team has been on the West for 4 games in a row? Casey says it's only the first game of the West Coast I think matters. That's how I think too. Says when I travel from East to West, I'll be tired the first days, but then after that, you're good. I agree. Um, BC3 says test that like button with all due respect. Guys are saying jet lag, but do you have? I mean, look at what Casey's saying here. Jet lag does not last for an entire week. Like I'm going back to Casey. She lives in the Bahamas. She says, this same comment. It's only the first game. When I travel from east to west, I'll be tired the first couple of days, but then after that, I'm good. Bahamas to Vegas, dying the first 2 nights. After that, it's party time. The longer you in the time zone, the better. That's how I think. Like one spot, yes. But if they've been over here for a week, why does that matter anymore? That's my thought process. All right, it is about that time. And you guys know if you've been on the show before, you know what to do. It's only a few rules. I want you guys to drop your best bet in the chat. The rules are if you could put the best bet, so I know it's your best bet, you can have no more than two. So either one or two best bets. And also, I need you to put the number. I need you to put the number of whatever you're betting. I don't know what number you got. I can't read your mind or open your accounts. And it's impossible for me to grade if I don't have that number. Look, I graded 45 best bets. I can't be over here searching if you don't have the number. And I can't be doing it if people do 3 best bets. So those are the rules. And I'll let you guys do that while I look over my stuff and see what I would like to share for the best bet for the show today. And I will pat myself on the back just for that Wizards yesterday because I know it was ugly. Nobody wanted the Wizards yesterday, but they got the cash. So best bet for today. Let me just look over a couple things while you guys are dropping yours. I always do. Let's make sure I can give you guys the same line or a similar line to what I'm taking here. And I'll say like this. I have two 3% plays today. They're both up and available at wagertalk.com. You guys know that's where you can find all my work. Link to that is in the description. I'm going to share one with you guys here today for the best bet for the show. That is what I'm going to do. So before I do that, let's see how the chat is liking today. Get through some of these best bets. Let's scroll up a little bit here. JB Brown says T Wolves team total over 111 as his best bet. Justin says Nebraska plus 7.5. Jay Santos likes the Magic plus 6. Don't see a 6 out there. Maybe he bought a half a point. Parlay Pat says Raptors fat and happy after the Warriors win. Lakers first half -2 is his best bet. Munaf going with Kings team total over 126.5. Quickly over 2.5 3-pointers. Casey agrees. Quickly PRA 26.5. Dylan likes Timberwolves in the first half. Get in and get out. Nucky going with his hometown Raptors over their team total of 111.5. Sean Evans thinks LeBron's not doing too much tonight, under 28.5 points. Monty going with the Buffalo Sabres on the money line. I believe that is hockey. Del Toledo with the Raptors +5, bet it last night. Jeffrey S. going with LeBron over 7.5 assists. Matt Porter says Mavs first quarter, first half. Get in and get out there. Tim H. with the Wolves. I think he says -2.5 here. That must be first half. So I'm not sure what this one is. It was not a 2.5 out there. Dallas -5 first half. Best bet for Orit. Hopefully I said that correctly. I'm sorry if I messed up your name. Zoned Up also likes the Raptors. Torres likes AD to kill tonight. Tan Lou. Best bet is Lakers -4. Interesting. Siete Catorce. The usual money line parlay with the Wolves and the Lakers. Michael likes Bancaro over PRA. Didn't put the number there for me. Travis Johns with the T-Wolves first half. Dia with the Knicks team total. You must have got in on that early. Because oh no, my bad. Munaf bet the Kings team total. So Dia likes Knicks team total 121.5 tomorrow with the Kings. A lot of best bets in the chat. Damani reminding everybody to hit the like button. For you guys watching on the replay, I can't continue to go through every single best bet because it might be for a good while here, but they are available. The live comment section is available on the replay. All you do if you're looking on your phone, go to the comment section, you swipe it over, and you should see the live chat right there. And if you're on the computer, it should be in the top right. So you can go back and see what everybody's liking here today because a lot of great handicappers. Like I said, the chat yesterday in this segment went 29 and 16. So pay attention, man. Pay attention. Best bet for myself. Best bet for myself. I'm gonna go like this. Best bet for today. You guys can't get the same number for me on this game, so I don't want to give it to you. You can get the same number for me on this one. So that is the one that I will roll with. And a lot of people are not gonna like it. Same way a lot of people didn't like my bet yesterday with the Wizards. But it is what it is. I like what I like. Everybody, and I never say this, but everybody likes the Wolves tonight, right? It's easy to take the Wolves -5. Not so fast. Wolves not playing good basketball. Magic are playing good basketball. Wolves got to save some of that energy for the Celtics tomorrow. I think the Magic +5.5 is the way to go. Best bet for the show, Orlando Magic +5.5. I appreciate all of y'all in the chat. Like I always say, the show is absolutely nothing without you guys. A lot of great insight. We have a great time and just a really enjoyable environment. So I appreciate you guys for that. And shout out to you guys for that. Best of luck if you tell. Good luck on all of your action. I will be live again in a little over an hour, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with my guy Wham Bam, Dutch, and Babano. So if you want some more NBA, check us out, and I'll catch y'all then. Peace.